Hi all. This is the wide angle lens. I forget now which one of you had asked, what does the wide angle lens look like? This is what the wide angle lens look like, and I think it does weird things to my bosoms. So now this angle looks way too close to me. If I go like this, I talked about maybe getting something to hook up my camera to the computer with a better mic. There are things, they're expensive things. They're like, the cheapest one I could find, like a kit, would be like $70. That's more than I want to spend on this right now. So instead, I got this little lapel mic, $17. It plugs into the iPhone little headphone jack and it works wonderful. So we'll just use this for right now, at least until I decide what I'm gonna do. The fitting thing, I'm not a big fan of putting my face out there, but it has actually helped me quite a bit getting over feel sorry for myself with the eye. It has spurred me to clean up the spare room for the first time in years. So talking to Ordinary Ink about getting that bigger led to the realization I have lots of fanish things tucked in odd places that I haven't really looked at in a while. I started pulling them out. Hi, Patty! Postcard that we sent me from Kansas for reasons. Baby. I has a grumpy cat. Told me what this thing was. The rainbow unicorn rubber ducky thing. I don't know what this is, but it's here. I didn't just throw it away. I know you all probably thought I was going to, but I said I would keep it and I kept it. As I've been cleaning out the room and going through all the things, I keep finding buttons. And as I find the buttons, I put them on my con bag. If you are ever going to meet me at a convention, this is the bag that I will be carrying. It's an awesome bag, and if I tell you my name is Giggling Cat and I am carrying this bag, you are likely to remember it. I like that it's open because I can find things in it, and in a convention I carry a lot of like weird little crap with me. Just from a safety standpoint, it is very hard to snatch and grab a purse like this and not be noticed. I don't know if I showed you guys this. I found this. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Why am I telling you all this? You can see it. If this was a movie, I would be yelling at the writer. It also occurred to me that I can start wearing all my fandom shirts just to fit in. This has not been a good week for fangirls. We lost David Bowie. I am not okay with the universe taking him back. Alan Rickman is the same thing, and I just found out Glenn Frey from the Eagles also died today. January is not the best of months for me, which is another reason why I am really glad Sviding is spurring me to like go through the old thing in a very, oh look, I haven't seen this in a very open, loving kind of fun way. And thank you very much, because fan interaction, I love it when fans interact with me. Things I've fangirled over since I've last posted. Hockey? My team is the Florida Panthers. Mom and I have season tickets, and we were on a hot streak for a while there. We went 12-0. The winning streak broke. Sad face. But we're on top of the League East. Yay. Yes, I've been writing down what I fangirl over so I don't forget. I had mentioned we were going to go back and see Star Wars so that we could sit in the D-Box seats. The D-Box was really fun. It's Star Wars the ride, so like if the Millennium Falcon goes like this, your seat tilts and you go like this and you go all up and down. I definitely wouldn't recommend it for all movies. Why would you pay 10 extra bucks to watch some drama? Do an action adventure one. I don't even know that I would recommend it for a first viewing, because it can be very distracting. You're supposed to be feeling the tension of people chasing you and you're too busy giggling because it's too fun. Actually, a good kind of movie to see first time in a D-Box seat would be like a horror film where the boo jumps can like get you. Maybe for a second viewing for something really fun like Star Wars, that would be the only time I would recommend that. When we went to go see Star Wars, they had the Deadpool setup still from Christmas. I got to take a Deadpool selfie. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I cut the cord with cable. We don't have any cable TV anymore. We went on to something called Sling TV, which is streaming. So I still have Comcast for internet, but I don't have any cable TV coming from them. If you have a family, Sling TV is not going to be for you. It's one account, only viewed one at a time. So if mom's watching it on the TV in her room, I can't watch it on the TV in my room. It's working for us because I really didn't watch any live TV. It was mostly for mom. And we don't have Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi is really the only channel I miss. Comcast has apparently finally noticed that they are a customer service meme. They sent out this letter about how they were changing their ways and they wanted to, you know, make a pledge of customer service to you and all of this sort of nonsense. And I really didn't pay it any mind. But credit where credit is due. Since they had their new pledge, I went into their little office, explained to them what had happened. They understood what I was telling them, switched it to my name with no issues, took off all the services that I wanted with no issues, no complaints, no trying to upsell me. Issued a credit for the remaining balance of the month. And it was amazing. Fast forward to this month. I have a statement saying my dad's account has a credit. I owe money. And it shows a pending credit, but it wouldn't take it. Go in, show them the credit. They pulled it up, and apparently there was a cable box. They don't even recognize what kind of cable box it's telling them that we have somewhere in this house. So it's holding the credit pending the return of equipment. They did the thing, and then they authorized the refund pending the investigation. And they tell me, you know, we're going to do this if by some miracle they decide they want their cable box back, $60 is going to appear on your account again. And I was like, that's not a problem. So I was in and out of Comcast twice within 15 minutes. Both times they understood and addressed my problem. So it just... Walgreens has emoji pillows. Klexmonkey89 works at Walgreens, and she did not tell me this. Just saying. You need to tell me when these things are available. Look at that. How do you not want emoji pillows? We switched lenses. A whole bunch of things are starting back up again. I'm excited. I got caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was not as spoiled for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as I thought I was, and a couple of things took me really by surprise. I don't think any of you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It takes a lot to get me to stop watching a show. Elementary disappeared off my radar just because it's on CBS and I just lost it. But I've been catching up on Elementary, and oh my god, I forgot how good that show is. So good. The whole BS about Elementary fans and Sherlock fans fighting, that's just stupid. Okay, same thing for Marvel versus DC films. Apparently there are jackasses, which I assume are all 12-year-old boys that are not watching this video. If you are a genre fan, it doesn't matter what the genre is. If you are a genre of Sherlock Holmes, or if it's a genre of superhero movies, whatever that genre is, anything that makes the genre more appealing to mainstream is good for the genre. If Elementary does really well, and Sherlock has one bad series, it can recover because they know the people who back this thing still know that Elementary is doing really well, and therefore there is still interest in this genre, and yes, we will back this. Same thing for Sherlock. If Elementary has a false step and Sherlock finally comes out with its series 4 and Elementary is floundering, they're still going to give it a try. DC versus Marvel film. Batman versus Superman needs to do well, because then people will be more interested in going to see Civil War, and that will be good for Marvel. Anything good for the genre is good for the genre. I don't understand it. The fact that DC was doing really good TV shows is why we're getting better and better TV shows out of Marvel. The fact that Marvel is doing a unified universe is what's making Warner Brothers look at that library that they have been sitting on since the goddamn 80s and saying, hey, maybe if we put them all together, what will that do? Stop fighting! You kids, get off my lawn! Jeremy, go watch Gallivant. I'll wait. It's a half-hour musical comedy about a paladin. How can you not be watching Gallivant? People liked my Superman vid who weren't Charlie, which was amazing. A couple of questions that came up. I adore Tim Burton beyond all reason in all shapes, forms, and projects. The only one that surprised me that I didn't like was Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. Didn't hate it, didn't like it, it was just there. In the documentary, they free associated movie titles at him, and when they said Alice in Wonderland, he said, I don't know what I'm doing. When you break apart Alice in Wonderland into little pieces, the only thing you have left is nonsense and the question, who are you? I don't think Tim Burton is really comfortable answering that question. He wants to ask the question, who's the real stranger? It explained a lot to me about that movie. Still looking forward to the sequel. I'm gonna have to do a recap vid of Man of Steel to soothe all the DC people. Oh, honeys. I'll post a vid. Maybe I can help you work through it. I'm gonna get a little spoilery for Star Wars canon book. I'm going to get very spoilery for Gallivant from here on. So You can skip to the outtakes from here because spoilers! I read some books in the Star Wars canon while I was away. You have so many different people in the mix, writer-wise, and the quality is very haphazard, and the styles are very, like, all over the board. So it's hard to get into them and read them one after the other the way you would, like, a Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or anything like that. I did read Aftermath, The Force Awakens novelization, Lost Stars, Tarkin, and Lords of the Sith. I've read the book, so you don't have to. The Force Awakens novelization. If you liked The Force Awakens, I highly recommend the novel. If you didn't like Force Awakens, you're not going to like the novel either. It doesn't answer any of the big questions, obviously. It does have a couple of deleted scenes. It gives Chewbacca a little bit more to do. And it explains a little bit more Han and Leia. Oh my god, Leia is having one hell of a week. The girl that you see run out when the comment of red fiery death is approaching, that was Leia's protege. She's been, like, grooming her to be, like, this great person. She didn't want to go, but Leia sent her anyway kind of deal. The Republic fleet has been kicking the First Order's ass. General Hux doesn't know where the Resistance is. They do know where the Rebel fleet is. So Hux launches a plan, and it's outlined that it's Hux's plan and that it's deliberate much more clearly in the novelization, which I love. Hux's plan is this. We know where the Republic is. We know the Republic is funding the Resistance. We can't really attack the Resistance without the Republic becoming openly supporting them, which we can't afford because the Republic fleet can kick our ass. But if we take out the Republic, we do two things. One, it is an act of war. I was right. They are deliberately looking for a fight at this point. They think the Starkiller base will be the deciding factor. You attack the Republic Senate, you wipe out the Republic Senate, and you wipe out the fleet. Destroys any support the Resistance has. Then one of two things will happen. Either the Resistance will fold up, or two, which is what happens, the Resistance will be forced out of hiding to find out what just happened to the Republic. Now Hux knows where they are. That's explained a little bit better in the book. You aren't missing that much. I think it would have just slowed down the film for pacing that if they had put this stuff in it. Aftermath had a shit ton of ground to cover. It's written in present tense. It takes place about 6 months after the Battle of Endor. The Empire is still a thing. You can see where First Order would come into it, but it doesn't set up anything with First Order. One of the things that I do think might be brought up is the Vader lightsaber, the red one. There's this group of, like, Vader fanatics who becomes the First Order or possibly becomes the Knights of Ren. They buy a red lightsaber. And the guy that sells it is kind of a con artist. When they're out of the way, afterwards somebody's like, "Was that Vader's saber?" And he's like, "How should I know? It's a red lightsaber." So that might come up. And it explains why the New Republic doesn't take over for the old Empire. The Republic is all about democracy and restoring democracies. Planets that had senators that were part of the Rebel Alliance, like Bail Organa was. There are other planets like that. They have senators who are working in secret as part of the Rebel Alliance. When the Emperor dies and the Rebel Alliance has that major a victory, they establish the New Republic with the planets of those senators. They don't claim dominion over all of the Empire because they want it to be a true democracy, a true inclusion of all people. And there's an argument inside the New Republic on how do they expand. That's where the break becomes with Leia. Leia's accused of warmongering because she's very much, no, you can't just vote the Empire out of existence. You have to stamp it out of existence. Lost Stars, loved Lost Stars. Takes place from before A New Hope to right to the end of Return of the Jedi and is amazing. Absolutely amazing. A different take on the events of the originals trilogy. It shows how the Imperials really feel about Darth Vader. This creepy guy with the breathing regulator that just shows up and randomly kills all of your commanders. I read Tarkin. Excellent. I love Tarkin. And I've read Lord of the Sith. Amazing. I would have watched that as a movie. Emperor and Darth Vader, who is still somewhat Anakin-ish, have to go on an adventure together. So that was the Star Wars book. Relevant spoilers. What the hell was that? Oh my god. Natural had a what the fuck semi-truck moment at the end of season 1. We just had a what the fuck's flying sword moment. What the Bring him back! Bring him back right now! You need to Princess Bride that crap, okay? You need to pull that sword out and just go, and now you're fixed. Done. That didn't happen. Stop it. Oh, how dare you. I think that's it. There was probably more, but it keeps stopping recording. I would promise, but to me, let's face it, I would just be lying. I am going to try really hard not to go that long without a vid again, but bye guys, I will talk to you later. God, the wide angle lens is so weird. Now she's gonna come running in here. I shouldn't have clapped. Clap means come here. I know this. See, R2 knows that clap means come here, and she's going to come here. Hello, Sassy. Hello, Sassy. I forgot to close the door. How are you? Did all the helicopters go away? Oh, look, we have another kitty. Sorry. So maybe a first-time viewing experience for that would be a horror film. R2 approves. Hi. Do you like the selfie with Deadpool? I have to hold the string up here because they keep messing with it. The kitties keep messing with it. Why do you have kitty litter breath? It ran out of memory. I had to go get rid of some apps. What else have I found cleaning? You are a beautiful girl. No, no, no. Go find the mama. Go.
Oh, I heard you laughing.
No, I was taping.
Oh.
You want to say hi?
No.
They wanted to know about Sling TV. You want to come say hi?
It's good.
The internet frightens my mommy. Let go. Let go of the wire. Let go of the wire. Jeremy, go watch. Probably should never use this angle again. Also, Mac has joined us. Mac is the old kitty. Dare they? Yes. Mac is appalled. No, really, that is just such a weird... Now it's casting a shadow on me. It's just such a weird lens. I do not like it. I probably shouldn't film the whole video like this. Maybe I'll switch lenses. That's what I'll do. I'll switch lenses. I don't have to film the whole video like this. Can you see the light bulb going off, or is it just glare? No, it's too close, I think.